Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another TBR video today for the month of April. Now, yeah, let's just jump into it. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about everything that I'm gonna try to read this month. Obviously, this is a tentative list, and it's very likely that I'll manage to finish it, but it really depends on how I feel and how much time I end up having, because, you know, it's April, it's almost the end of the semester, and professors get stressed out at the last month or so, and they try to like cram in a bunch of information that like they didn't have time for beforehand, so I end up having a lot of work to do. So hopefully I finish everything here, but I'm not sure that I will, but I just wanted to make the video, you know, because it's part of the channel. So let's just jump into what I want to read this month. The first thing I want to do is finish Chainsaw Man. Like I said in my last video, my reading log, I'm 50 chapters in out of, I think 97 is like all of the chapters that are available right now. Maybe it's less than 100, but I can't remember exactly the right number. So I only have about 40 something chapters left. And so far I'm enjoying it, but I didn't really find it to be that amazing yet. So I'm not really sure, you know, why everyone likes it so much. So I want to finish reading it so that I can kind of have a full idea about why people like it, right? So that's the first thing I want to do. Then I want to read Bright Blade by Jess Kaijo. I have been horrible about reading this one. He gave it to me a long time ago, and I've only read about 20% of it. I'm going to try to push through and get through as much as I can of it as soon as possible so that I can get the review out and so I can let him know my thoughts, because he was pretty curious about them. So yeah, I'm going to read that next. That's going to be like the second thing on the list. Next is Towers of Acalia by my buddy TJ Reynolds or Atlas Kane. I can't remember under what name it's published. I think it's Atlas Kane. But he sent me this for review, and I was supposed to review it last month, but then I got super into manga, so I didn't read it. So I'm gonna read it now. I think it's a original English light novel, but it's like for an adult fan base, so it definitely like goes into that like harem lit, you know, adult actual, you know, kind of writing, I guess, with like fan service that actually leads somewhere instead of just being like, oh look, boobs. And yeah, next I want to read Tower Climber by Tanner Jacob. He also sent me this, and I'm looking forward to it. It's like a lit RPG story as far as I understand. I think it's actually a not a tower defense, like one of those spelunking ones where like you just have to go up the tower. But it has a lit RPG element, and I don't think it's harem lit. I think it's just purely like adult lit RPG fantasy. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one's pretty cool. And then I obviously need to finish Lord of Goblins. I think this one's going to be up there in priority with Bright Blade. But yeah, I need to finish this for Mooncool so I can review it, and so I can let Michael Werbruck and Hadi Bendajic know what how their book is. And yeah, obviously you guys have probably seen, if you're like in the light novel community, quite a few big light novel people talk about this series before. So maybe it's not necessary for me to make my review as fast as possible, but I do still want to do it just because, I mean, they were nice enough to send me a book. I want to review it for them, right? So yeah, that's the big one as well. But yeah, so next I want to read Toradora Volume 2. Now, I really enjoyed the first one, and I watched the episodes that corresponded to it in the anime, but that was like literally like not even 3 episodes of the anime, so I was like kind of disappointed. So I want to read the second one so I can continue to watch the anime. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. I really like the writing. It's super easy to read. It's super enjoyable, and I really enjoy the development of the characters and how they all interact with each other. I think it's really nice. So yeah, that's the next one that I want to read. I was trying to have a theme this month, but I didn't really, so everything's kind of eclectic. You know, there's like lit RPG, harem lit fantasy, and then there's going to be a bunch of slice of life rom-com type of stuff, just because I ended up buying a bunch of it to read this month, but then I don't really feel like I can like make it a thematic thing, so I'm just gonna do whatever, right? So next I'm gonna read Ojojojo. This is a 4-koma series, as you guys can see. So this is gonna be super easy to read, even though it is quite thick. So I'm really excited about that. I think I'll probably finish this really, really quickly. So that's why I wanted to read the second one as well, to complete the whole series and have a full review out for it. It's also made by Cool Kyosinja, which is the person that made Dragon Maid, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, this just sounds really cute, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah. Next, I want to read My Dress Up Darling Volume 2, and then have a review for it. So I'm going to review the first one and this one together. So I have to read both of them, right? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This was a super wholesome, but very oddly like ecchi series that I was really interested in. It's about this high school pair of kids. One of them is a doll maker, and he's like a pretty good person when it comes to sewing and like developing clothing and stuff. And then this girl, which is a girl that's really interested in cosplaying, and she really enjoys video games, and specifically this Arrowage video game, which is like adult video games basically. And she wants to cosplay a character from it, and they develop a friendship. And it's all about this whole kind of like relationship thing, because she's like the first person that accepts him as a person that, you know, has these like odd hobbies. And they really kind of like end up having a very interesting relationship that I'm really looking forward to seeing how it develops. I think Volume 4 has just come out or is coming out soon, which is pretty cool. I still have to buy 3 before I can get caught up to it. So I'm taking the collecting for this pretty slowly, but I'm super excited to get into it. Next, I'm going to read Tropic of the Sea. Now, I don't really know much about this, like I said, like 2 days ago, I guess. But apparently it has to do with mermaids. So I assume that it's some sort of like vaguely mythological story, maybe something like magical realism, which is a, you know, I think that's a traditionally genre from Latin America, but it is like things similar to it show up in Asian media, so I'm interested to see how it kind of compares. And I think that this is kind of one of those, so I'm really excited to check it out. It's also by Satoshi Kon, which is, you know, a legendary mangaka, and I'm really excited to check out his stuff. I think Opus is like the really good one from him, which is kind of like ironic because it's about someone, a mangaka that dies before he finishes his work, and that's exactly what happened with that work as far as I understand it. So it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this and checking out other Satoshi Kon works later. Next, I'm reading Azure Wing. This is by Novel Horizons, or well, yeah, it's like by one of the people that works for that like writes for them, and they just released this. No, I think they just re-released it, and they also have a visual novel. Sorry, they have a visual novel for this, and I decided to read the light novel because I'm doing a program with them for reviewers, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited to get into this. I'm super interested in reading it because I really like the waifus, okay? Like, they're also cute. Yeah. I think that one's my favorite. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's pretty cool. Next, I have a bunch of one-off volumes that I'm going to do in a kind of what's called a first impressions review. So the first one I want to do is Nisekoi, but I don't have a, you know, matching novel or book to kind of do with this one. So I'm going to do Nisekoi Volume 1, and I'm going to do We Never Learn Volume 1 as well. I'm going to read that digitally on the Shonen Jump app. And then I'm going to do a first impressions video. I might throw in the Blue Flag one because I've been wanting to read that for a while and I just haven't gotten around to it. But I'm not really sure. But I mean, it's only one volume of manga. It's not going to take that long to read, so I'm looking forward to it. And then the last two things that I want to read are Dragon Goes House Hunting Volume 1, which is interesting. I actually kind of really like the art here. And I'm going to do this one in a first impressions video. And I'm going to do it with How to Train Your Devil, which is also like a pretty funny sounding premise. It's basically like they find this baby devil, but it's like an old person trapped in it. and it's super perverted, and so they like raise it, but it's like, you know, lots of weird ecchi shenanigans, which is pretty funny. I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. I just thought it sounded fun. So yeah, that's everything that I have planned to read. It's actually quite a lot now that I think about it. But I'm not gonna say I should be able to finish it because I don't really know. But the plan is to finish it, and maybe, you know, because I am a mood reader, I'll probably end up reading some other stuff as well. So I'm not really sure, but you know, currently I do want to try to read a bit of Naruto because it's been a while and I just bought like 20 volumes of it. I'm probably going to read a bit of Naruto, and then I want to read a bit of some other books that I have. Like, I want to finish The Dragon Reborn, which is the third book in the Wheel of Time series. I'm super behind on the Wheel of Time read-along series that I have, and it's just a mess. And then I also want to finish the Malazan read-through of Gardens of the Moon, because I'm also super behind on that one, and it's just kind of like lame that I'm not keeping up with my reading. It's really annoying, but I mean, you know, that's the curse of a mood reader. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you guys once again for the support. If you did like, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, see you guys later.